All right, we're back with another hieroglyph. This one looks like a semicircle, basically, not to be confused with the other semicircle, which is smaller and flipped upside down compared to this one. So let's get into what this one is. Welcome to Voices of Ancient Egypt. If you're new here, hit subscribe and that bell so you won't miss future videos like this one. All right, so what is this semicircle? It's actually the picture of a basket, or you could say a bowl, but it's probably a basket, more like. And this one, unlike our other semicircle that we will see in this series of videos as well, actually represents two consonant sounds. So like some of the other ones we've seen, and this one has the sounds of the letters N and B. So of course in modern times we pronounce this as neb, but this is just a modern convention to stick that vowel in there. If you aren't familiar with these conventions, I do recommend you check out my half-hour hieroglyphs guide, which you can get at voicesofancientegypt.com/guide. All right, so what can we actually write with this hieroglyph? Well, neb, of course, like other signs, can potentially be part of other words, but the most common ways that you see this hieroglyph used is in two different words that are spelled basically the same with neb. This can be a little confusing, especially when you are a newer student of hieroglyphs, but usually the context helps you out, and occasionally there are extra signs to help you as well. So here are the two words you can write with this. Neb can mean all or every, and is used basically like what we would call an adjective, a descriptive word. So you could say, if we use some words that I've told you guys about before, you could say every god, basically, if you wrote Necher Neb, for example. That could be every god. But neb also can have the meaning of lord, as in somebody who rules or somebody who owns things as well. And in this case, sometimes they use a determinative. Again, if you don't know what a determinative is, I recommend you get the guide. But a lot of times they leave them off. There's also a few different determinatives that you can have depending on who it is you're describing as a lord. But oftentimes you don't have it. So you could use neb even without any of that. It looks the same as the all or every neb, but it's a totally different thing. It means lord. So for example, this is used in the term Lord of the Two Lands, which is one of the epithets of the king. Again, as I've mentioned, an epithet is basically a super formulaic descriptive phrase that is used. And you can also you could actually use the two nebs together, right? And you could say every lord, or all lords or something, just by putting two nebs next to each other. I have to say I haven't seen that actually happen in an Egyptian text, although maybe it does somewhere. But in theory, you could do that. All right, that's neb for you. I'll catch you again tomorrow with the next video, which you can see down in the right-hand corner here, or if it's not out yet, make sure to hit subscribe and that bell so you won't miss it.